Local news about local people. This is Newslink, Indiana.
Good evening, I'm Chris Bavender. Thanks for joining us. April has been the deadliest month for U.S. troops in Iraq, with more than 100 killed in action. Since February of 2003, 22 Indiana military personnel have died in the Mideast. With the recent rise in casualties, many are concerned support for the war is wavering.
I'm not as supportive as I was when I voted to authorize the use of force in Iraq. I am more supportive.
Congressman Mike Pence believes the U.S. can stop the insurgents who have been attacking troops in Iraq, especially problem areas such as Fallujah. Well, most people would never think their child could be vulnerable to health problems just by riding the school bus. Newslink Indiana's Emily Rolfe tells us what schools plan to do to put a brake on the problem.
It's a common sight on a school day, but Department of Environmental Management wants Indiana school districts to have buses stop idling when parked.
In Indiana, we're very concerned about the health of our children, and we know that we have a growing problem with asthma in our kids, and diesel fumes can aggravate that. It can be an irritant to the lungs.
Children breathe faster than adults, up to 50% more. The National Resource Defense Council, or NRDC, says children who ride on a diesel school bus are exposed to nearly 4 times the amount of toxic exhaust than someone in a car directly in front of them.
I wouldn't agree as a driver that it would benefit the equipment that I drive or the passengers that ride on here.
The NRDC says particles from diesel exhaust can lead to asthma, chronic bronchitis, and heart disease when inhaled. Portage Township Schools Transportation Supervisor David Harmon says he's confident bus drivers will accept the plan.
What we will do is provide the guidance necessary for them to implement a good quality voluntary idling policy within their home school districts.
While IDEM officials encourage bus drivers to turn off their buses when parked, it will be done on a voluntary basis. In Muncie, Emily Rolfe, Newslink, Indiana.
Members of the Transportation Association represent roughly 95% of Indiana school districts. Now here's Nicholas Ferrari with a look at our forecast. Nicholas.
Thank you, Chris. For tonight, mostly clear skies will allow our temperature to dip down to 44 degrees with winds from the northeast at 8 miles per hour. Looking at precision cast, we see the clouds move out of our state tomorrow, allowing us a sunshiny day, but then by Sunday, the chance for rain and thunderstorms enters into our forecast. For tomorrow, a high of 64 degrees, mostly sunny skies. Chris, back to you.
Thanks, Nicholas. That is Newslink Indiana. Join us at 6:27 tomorrow morning for more news and get local news about local people 24 hours a day at newslinkindiana.com.